When driving down a road where speed limits are oppressively low, or high enough to let drivers get away with reckless behavior, it's easy to blame the government for getting it wrong, but you and your fellow drivers play a bigger role in determining speed limits than you might think. Before cities can come up with speed limit figures, they first need to look at how fast motorists drive down certain roads when there are no limitations. According to the Sacramento Bee, officials conduct speed surveys on two types of roads. Media, 4-lane arterial road with traffic, aerial shot of wide city highway, city officials monitoring highway, arterial roads, which are typically 4-lane highways, and collector streets, which are 2-lane roads connecting residential areas to arterials. Once the data has been collected, they toss out the fastest 15% of drivers. The thinking is that this group is probably going faster than what's safe and isn't really representative of the average driver. The sweet spot, according to the state, is the 85th percentile. Drivers in this group are thought to occupy the Goldilocks zone of safety and efficiency. Officials use whatever speed falls in the 85th percentile to set limits for that street, but they do have some wiggle room. If the average speed is 33 miles per hour, for example, they'd normally round up to 35 or down to 30 to reach the nearest 5-mile-per-hour increment. Whether they decide to make the number higher or lower depends on other information they know about that area. If there's a risky turn, they might decide to round down and keep drivers on the slow side. A road's crash rate also comes into play. If the number of collisions per million miles traveled for that stretch of road is higher than average, officials might lower the speed limit regardless of the 85th percentile rule. Roads that have a history of accidents might also warrant a special signal or sign to reinforce the new speed limit. For other types of roads, setting speed limits is more of a cut-and-dry process. Streets that run through, media, school zone with crossing guard, busy street and business district, children crossing residential street, school zones, business districts, and residential areas are all assigned standard speed limits that are much lower than what drivers might hit if given free rein.